Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Yes, I remembered to turn up the volume of the rest of the cast today before stream started because I put a sticky note on my PC to remind me to do it.
Good job.
I'm very proud of myself. Before I hand things over to Matt, a few announcements, mainly programming stuff. Other shows on the channel: Wednesday night, League of Amazing Adventurers. They're time traveling, they're planning deicide, it's going to be a good time. Will our party be able to prevent the Lord of Light from cleansing the world and taking Cassandra back by force? Join us and find out. I also had an idea for something. We might, for the final episode of League, do like a really long episode.
I do love those.
I think it could be fun. I would need to give myself and Matt some like notice about it so we could plan accordingly.
I'll book the next day off.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Then on Friday, we have a show on Friday.
Yeah.
We have a show on Friday. It's the Astral Calling. Did I mess up, Matt?
You skipped 63 and went right to 64.
Wow. I'm changing that.
We love you, Will.
I messaged because I was trying not to distract you, but I think it distracted you more than if I had just pointed it out.
It's fine. But Astral Calling, Friday. The prologue is ending. Our party has escaped the planet that they crash-landed on and are just in time for the sun that's behind them to go supernova.
It's just so unlikely.
Everyday things.
Especially because we were supposed to have a week.
Yes. You were supposed to have a week.
It was like 4 days ahead of schedule.
No scientists. Science is not an exact science.
More of an art than a science.
Yeah, it's more of an art than a science. They specialize in terrestrial matters. Extraterrestrial ones they're not as good at.
You actually, I think, used that term correctly. Good job.
I did. I'm proud of myself. But then on Saturday, Salt and Sorcery, we got Will, we got Matt, we got Chad, we got Crystal Calf. We got 3 of us fighting against one of them to hopefully stop them from winning the second game that we play. Secret Chadless Alliance. And we're doing it with cults this time. We're adding the cult DLC, so there's going to be hidden cults and vampires and all the fun stuff. Not this Saturday. Oh, I guess we do have that. Yes, never mind, not this Saturday. Next Saturday? I thought that was an afternoon. Do I have my timing wrong? I might have my timing wrong, Squishy.
I was not gonna say anything till after the stream.
February 4th is Saturday.
It's true. It's gonna be Saturday.
Anyway, continuing on. From there, where was I? Saturday, Sunday, Stardew Extended, Stardew Valley, Extended Edition. It's modded. It's fun. I have almost completed the community center in year 1, which is really strange for me. I don't normally do that well at Stardew Valley. I have animals up in year 1. It's amazing. If you come and watch the stream, I'll name an animal after you. Let's see. That's it. That's all. That's all of our shows. Then Strike the Thousands on Monday. Am I missing anything, Matt?
I don't think so.
Well then, Matt, why don't you introduce the people who are playing in this game while I gather my brain cells?
Oh,
I mean,
plural.
Maybe turn off your camera. That sounds kind of graphic. But yes, hello everyone. I am Matt, urban off in various places on the interwebs. I am the DM for this Strength of Thousands Adventure Path group. We are playing some magical school teachers who used to be students. And speaking of people who are now the masters and were once students, McKenna.
Hello, that's me. I'm McKenna Ray Tynan of McKenna Ray Art on all the .coms. and I'm playing Avi Avi, the Batfolk Nyctera witch, and I'm excited to hopefully find our missing student, cause she's been missing for a good long while now.
Quite a few sessions.
Yeah, I
This
think all
pursuit.
year.
Ah, that's not a very high bar to reach. But speaking, as you mentioned, the interwebs, a presence online. So why don't you go introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose on said interwebs, and I'm using the one brain cell right now. Me!
Love that for you.
Ophelia doesn't really use a lot of brain cells. She just kind of does the same thing over and over again because it works and she loves it. Yay!
Yeah,
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
exactly.
That's true.
And for the final member of our chat who has possibly the possibility of a cat showing up somewhere in the background, Sarah.
Already got one.
Yeah.
Right there.
I just
There's
realized there's cats in 3 out of the 5 homes we've got here, so.
Pretty much. It's a cat stream, apparently.
Meow.
Hi, I'm Sarah Margaret. Big Red Cat Pictography on the social medias. That would be the Instagram and the TikTok. Now that I have at least a decent amount of things on the TikTok, I suppose, which is great. I am playing Charlotte, the naughty toxicologist, alchemist. You know, I like to call her toxicologist because that's really what she is. Yeah, I'm very excited and happy to play her.
Oh, I agree. Well, everyone just plays cat folks or druids who are stuck in cat form.
Meow.
Meow. I'm suddenly thinking about you, big red cat. Was there ever a cat that was equal in size to Clifford?
No, but there should be.
No. So,
The Vegeta to Clifford's Goku.
do you want the biggest explanation for this? Because I've given McKenna this explanation.
I've never heard this, so
One of
please
my
go ahead.
Biggest pet peeves. Orange cat is not a thing, technically speaking.
Oh, but if cat
So-
orange, why not orange cat?
So, for clarification, in my life, I work and have been a part of the International Cat Association since I was 3 years old. My mother is a judge, an international judge. Genetically speaking, when you break down color through the genetic posing, it's called red.
Ah.
Piglet is a dilution of that red, which is cream. So, also it's blue, not gray. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Also, another pet peeve, calico is not a breed, it's a color. Sorry.
Really? Can calicos appear as a coloration in many different breeds?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It is a coloration.
Is I've heard this may be a completely different thing. Is tortoiseshell a coloration? Is that a thing? I've heard like tortoiseshell color or
Tortoiseshell is a calico.
okay. It's just a different name, I guess then. Okay.
We never call them calicos. They're torties.
While we're on the subject of pet peeves that have nothing to do with the show, I hate it when people call mechs robots. Or
What?
Not.
because a mech is a thing that you have to drive. A robot is autonomous. It can direct and move itself. R2-D2 is a robot. He is not a mech. The giant robots in Pacific Rim are not robots because they cannot move around without pilots. They are mechs.
But
So
made
what
of
is
metal.
your answer to
and go beep boop.
Evangelion?
Beep boop.
Evangelion is a little weird.
It's a crime
It's a little
against
weird.
nature.
I'll give you that one.
You could almost call them almost like lobotomized robots because the consciousness
no, he's not wrong, though.
the consciousness only ever really surfaces sometimes, and then it's not really almost like a sentient creature. It almost is more acting on instincts.
Okay, so
Why, if I had half a brain,
I've not seen Evangelion.
clearly,
Oh.
if that's how you're pronouncing it.
Evangelion. But
Yeah.
is that the one where the girls turn into robots?
No.
No.
No, okay.
No, this is the one where traumatized children pilot robots and get
Wait,
horribly
what?
psychologically scarred.
Okay.
Technically speaking, they're aliens, not really robots. 'Cause
I
They're
thought-
not
I thought they
even
were-
that.
I thought they were
It's-
angels.
No,
They
I can get into what they actually are. That's the plot of Evangelion. Of that's like a major plot twist.
We used to have an anime
Um,
podcast for that, but now we just have before stream.
Yeah.
Now we have, and now it's during stream.
God, I
All right.
want. Oh, I need
One
to
other
bring
thing, and then we're
up-
gonna do
I'm
wolves.
sorry.
One other thing. Not all robots are androids, but all androids are robots. Unless they are in the shape of a recognizable female shape, then they're a gynoid.
I don't like that.
I don't like.
That's
that
the
either.
technical definition. I didn't make it up.
Like, oh, what?
Like R2D2 is a robot, C3PO is an android.
It's a box. Master
Anyway,
has given
Speaking
a box.
speaking of quibbling over things, Will, introduce yourself.
Hey there, I'm Will. I own this channel, and I play Igara
Ooh,
and
feel
Chodo
asserted upon.
and Gamma. And we almost my entire party almost has over 100 hit points, which makes me happy.
Nice.
One
great.
last little thing that I wanted to signal boost before we did it. Actually, once again, have reminders for myself. Look at
Good
our
job.
Twitter page. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I'm sharing a lot of cool community works. We got a couple highlights. Number one, both of which are by the same person. It's Alice and Saib. They are a tabletop RPG designer. They have a series of quests, a small AP that they published on the DM's Guild for 5e called Justice for Neverwinter. It is a series of adventures exploring themes of activism and social justice. The first adventure, which is called Union Strike, is available now, so go check that out. And in the same vein, there's also beginning a launching of an LGBTQ plus Pathfinder Society Discord server. So if you want to try out Pathfinder Society play and you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community, go on and check them out. I think it'll be like a really safe place, and the more people that play Society, the more people I can talk about how annoying Society scenarios are to run sometimes with.
Glowing recommendation, William.
I love Society scenarios. Some of them are purposefully obtuse.
What? Pathfinder being purposefully obtuse?
What? No way.
Never.
The entirety of the Mothra 2 series, that one. That's not the name. I'm not. That's not the name of the scenarios. But there's a giant Fey moth. It's a big problem. It's
Wait.
Yes,
I
you
think
played
I
through it.
played that.
Yes, you did play it, Matthew. It was terribly difficult to run. There were so many things I had to keep track of. It's where Cooper's special effects that they got in the Fey traits. It's where that came from. That scenario is the one that mechanically rewards that from Society play, and then I just said, "Oh, I really like this feature. Let's see if someone wants it in this game." Anyway, so yeah, that's all me.
All right. Well, if that is all the introductions done, Will, why don't you go ahead and roll that intro?
Intro button press. We're back. Zoe broke me.
I mean, that's a great way to start the session. But yes, welcome back, everyone. We returned to the Strength of Thousands adventure path. When last we left our party, they were continuing to pursue the villainous Knights of Abendigo. I'm still a little unsure if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. Who had abducted a number of villagers after killing some, including a student of theirs and what you're pretty sure the student's father. After encountering some lizard folk and an undead knight and a wounded hippopotamus, which you thankfully managed to just sort of negotiate through without actually even speaking its language. I'm very proud of you. You guys just kind of stumbled into a bunch of the brutes from the Abendigo knights who had seemed to be doubling back for some reason. After a not quick, but not particularly long either, kind of a little scuffle, you managed to subdue the knights, and you guys now have your first real tangible lead and your first actual encounter, opposed not encountering a dead one, with the knights. Also, as a quick update from our man in the sky, the undead knight who was pursuing you is now in some quicksand and is cursing so much. Local toucans are covering their children's ears.
Oh. How rude.
Yes. So every week I'm going to give you guys an update on the undead knight that will be constantly pursuing you, despite the fact that they're not entirely sure which direction you went.
Excellent.
They might be going in the wrong direction.
Oh.
Bad.
Potentially, yes.
Because they're just gonna attack anybody.
Yeah, any non hero NPCs, they'll just slaughter. They're an awful person, and being dead has not improved their disposition or moral compass.
We brought the kids with us. We left the kids
I think
We
you
left
left
the
the students
at the village. Okay.
Yes.
At least they're together.
If DMs thought bringing pets with characters, imagine bringing a classroom of students.
No.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
We
we have
have-
a guy to interrogate. I'm not good at this. I've never done this before.
Ooh.
I don't see you
I'm
slinging
not an
shade at me in the chat well.
Either.
Not lying.
All right.
Yeah, but at least
Who?
I'm not
who
going
is
to get into this
left?
right now.
Who is left? Do we know if it was red, green, blue, or pink?
I'm assuming, considering at least two of them went down pretty quickly after another, you could at least probably save two of them from just bleeding out or, succumbing to their wounds. You have no problem at least grabbing one person, maybe two if you want to interrogate them. And at the moment,
Really?
does seem your best lead.
I guess we could
can
just
do the one.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need both.
What do you guys
Sounds
think?
like it might be a problem.
I mean, when you have two, it's a lot easier to get one to squeal.
Well, I say that we tie them up first before
Yes.
we actually awake
Igra's already started. It just that looks like this is like old. It's just like all right.
Ooh, wait, I have an idea.
What kind of knots? What kind of knots does Igra favor?
Cultist knots.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, why would you
I don't like
do
the sound of that.
We should put him in Gama's mouth, and then every time he squirms, we just pull him down a little bit more and more and more.
Oh god, it's like the giant toads from Konosuba.
I can't do that. I don't know where he's been.
Well, we don't know where. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's been over this field at the very least.
Can we press the digitate him first?
I could maybe craft a bomb on his chest if you'd like.
Oh, that's fun.
Also, you get the impression, considering these guys appear to be wearing a decent amount of armor, Gama probably would get a pretty bad stomach ache from
No,
trying
you
to
just
small them.
take the armor off. Not
Oh,
hard.
so in addition to tying them with coarse ropes, you're going to strip them?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna take their stuff.
Okay.
I will take that plate armor.
Sadly, the AP has no loot for these guys unless you just want to take the basic equipment that's on them, because there's no reason I can't let you do that. So
No, because it's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
it is kind of plus there's
That's
nothing.
Really, the aesthetic is just not.
Not
I should
bad.
also mention that not even their weapons are magical. None of this gear is probably of any interest to you. Oh, pardon me. The fighter's fork is magical, technically speaking, for I guess getting around magical resistances, but it doesn't have any additional effects.
Sure.
All right. Well, regardless, I'm going to use performance to intimidate this guy.
Out of
Tell
curiosity,
us.
what would a performance used to intimidate look like? Are you doing like a Phantom of the Opera setup?
I'm doing like a hot.
Dun 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 dun.
My cat just started heading
dun.
high. No, I'm doing like a haka dance and like
Oh,
intimidating him that way.
interesting.
Getting into my roots. Are you biting my shoulder, ma'am?
She sure
Very
is.
animated. Also, I love that she is in a Gloomhaven box.
Shit.
Oh,
Whatever we
God.
have, this is her favorite box. We can't.
She's a gamer.
She loves it.
I wish I had people to play my Gloomhaven game with.
I mean, I got that monthly board game day, Will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Where's
a 37.
the camp, you stinky guy? You.
Is he awake when we
Um,
wake him up?
You're specifically trying to do intimidation, right?
Yes.
All right, so that is a critical success. So that means you don't have to individually do a check for every question you ask.
Dope.
They'll just ask everything. They're just either in awe of your dancing or just kind of like completely like, what is happening right now?
Have
Nice.
you seen a
Got him. And
All
you
right.
didn't even have to get eaten by a toad. You're kind of welcome.
Technically, Gamma's a fae.
Still on the plate though.
All right, well, I'll tell you everything. Just stop dancing. It's very off-putting.
No, I'm gonna keep dancing while I'm asking you questions.
not the dancing with the incredible footwork. It's awful.
The best.
I put my hands on Ophelia's shoulder and go, I think it's wonderful.
I think this is a war crime in some countries.
And my
It
brain,
is.
My brain's just thinking, the best questioning happens when you're dancing.
All right. So, first things first, I suppose, we were ordered by our leader, Ajbal Kimon. We were to take the people from that village to this jail. It's in a mountain. Hold on, what was the name of the mountain? The Prison of the Vacant Eye. You can't miss it. Big, like mountain sort of thing, but it looks like a head with like a big eye and like some teeth openings. I think it was like run by Cyclopses at one point in the distant past, because there's still a Cyclops in there who's like working with us or something, or they're doing their own thing, and they're like, if you don't bother us, we won't bother you.
Cyclops, good to know. Great.
How many are
Yeah, I
on
think they're a
guard?
big nerd or something.
No, we could make friends with them.
That's fun.
Yeah, have good luck with that.
Listen, if you all want to adopt every animal we come across, I can adopt a Cyclops.
The Cyclops is like a full.
Yeah, that's kind of infantilizing, so they're sentient beings.
I can befriend a Cyclops. Better?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
it's,
can.
it's a little better.
Very,
You
very,
just got to be
very.
sensitive about these sort of things.
How many prisoners were there?
Oh, lots. We've been very productive.
Really?
Oh yeah, plus it was a prison built for Cyclops and the like, so there's lots of room. It does make opening doors difficult.
Even the
Can I
sliding
There's
doors.
like- lots of sliding doors?
possibly athletics checks involved in opening doors.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
because they're
those
big?
are so
That's
They're
not
big and they're made of
sliding
stone.
doors.
Oh.
That's not good for us.
No, it's not.
Because I think Choco's the only person we have that's trained in athletics.
You mentioned you were ordered to take them. Who ordered you?
I mean, boss, Abjel Kimon. He's a scary bastard. He is.
So are all of the people who are in that prison just bystanders that you captured and dragged there?
I mean, basically, we need them, and they're just doing things. So why not?
Need them for what?
Let me double check if these guys are actually intelligent enough to know what's going on.
My money's on magical ritual. Whenever we
something.
needed a lot of people. to
I mean,
help.
I don't know the specifics, but me and some of the boys were talking about the other night. I mean, we do worship Norgorbor, god of murder and stuff and greed. So it's probably we're probably going to sacrifice him. I mean, sounds like a good time, really.
Well, for you maybe. Do you think it would be
Yeah.
a good time for them?
I mean, I'm kind of lacking in empathy, so I don't really care. It's not my skin.
Why do you think you are that way?
I don't know. I suppose maybe I had a troubled upbringing, or I just, I've been hardened by a life of lack of privilege and no opportunities, and then, I developed a mean reputation and a talent for hurting people, and then it was encouraged by people who wanted to take advantage and mold me in a certain way. Possibly I've been groomed. I don't know, but at this point I don't really care.
Oh, we have something in common.
You do?
Yeah, I don't care either.
I'm glad that's the thing that you have in common.
Yeah,
I was
just that.
gonna say, if it was Igora who had something in common,
Just that.
I
Wait,
understand.
hold on. I'm
Are
now
you getting paid by what? A Jokimon?
Jokimon.
I wouldn't use that name on him. He'd probably stab you in the face for that.
A
Probably
Jokimon.
try.
I've seen it
Right.
once. He's got a big nasty trident. I think I saw him put it through someone's eyes once,
Tridents again.
and then he kicked it, so it went in farther.
I mean,
What else? Does he use magic? What does he use?
I mean, he's got a little bit of everything. I think he's really clever too.
Now, when you say clever, is that compared to you or in general?
I mean, I'm not even thinking about myself in this particular analogy. He's accomplished quite a bit. He rose up from like nothing in the ranks, and now he's leading it. He's got this huge prison under him. He's got other stuff. He's got people roaming all over the territories looking for people to snatch up. It's a big operation. I'm proud to be part of something bigger than myself, honestly.
You know, Avi, Ophelia, if we take down one more major organized crime ring for the school after this, we get a free sandwich.
Wow! On our little punch card. Yeah.
See, for every person I abduct, I get like a point on a card, and if I get 10 points, I get a bottle of wine.
Oh,
that sounds a lot better than a sandwich.
Do you have the card?
No,
Where is it? You have to have it somewhere.
not here.
Oh.
That's a lie. That's a damn lie.
But then again, you haven't had Lumisu Yao's sandwiches, so.
I'd like to.
And now you probably never will, which is a.
I mean, what if I abducted her? Maybe then I would get the sandwiches for free.
Oh no, you wouldn't be able to do that. She's a tough lady.
But I got lots of friends and we got big sticks.
Do you have friends still, or are they on
Oh.
the ground over there bleeding out?
Oh no, I didn't like these guys.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I
They
guess
thought they were so smart because they could read.
Oh, right. Igora's walking over to the dead ones and he's having Gamma start digging holes.
Jesus.
So nice of you.
Usually we make the prisoners do that themselves.
No, I'm just preventing what could be a future problem for us before it starts.
Oh, right.
Do you often rise up from the dead and follow people like it's their personal vendetta?
No, in fact, I've never heard of that happening.
Ugh.
Better safe
Wouldn't that
than
be
sorry.
nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, that sounds like a pretty torturous existence, to be honest.
Yeah, it's torturous to exist with them as well as it's torturous to be them, I'm sure.
Oh,
which
I'm getting an
direction-
update from our eye in the sky. They have now stepped into a beehive.
Good.
Unfortunately, they cannot feel it because they are undead, and the bees are just very annoyed.
Bad.
Are the beads in their eyes?
No,
Oh.
plus their eyes are empty sockets, so it's not like they care.
Which direction is the prison?
They give you excellent directions to the prison of the vacant eye. They also kind of mention offhandedly that they've heard rumors, and this seems to unsettle them a little bit, that the place is haunted by old ghosts, which is upsetting to them because they can't bludgeon a ghost with a stick.
Well, you just need the right kind of stick.
Yeah.
The prison was built by Cyclopses long ago. Everything is just like super scaled up, like everything's like really big. And it's kind of unsettling for them because it's like walking into, like you're a grown person and you walk into something like, oh, this was made for something bigger than me. The Cyclops warden is a seer named Halbrooks, and she's got a handful of other Cyclopses that report to her. They don't know anything about the specifics of the deal that Ajbal Kimon has struck with the Cyclops, but they do seem to be working in concert, or at least cooperating in some plan. Something nefarious. It's specifically in the thing it says nefarious. Also, because this didn't come up, fun little factoid: Norgorber has a different name as the god of killers, Father Skinsaw. Like certain gods have different aspects to them.
Father Skinsaw.
Yeah, he's right cool, he is.
Sounds pleasant.
It sounds like he's trying a little bit too hard.
Oh, that's actually a lot cooler than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I expected someone more brutal looking.
No. That's Zon. This is Nor. I love having all my Pathfinder books within reach.
Aww.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Well, you guys, what do we do with this guy?
Oh, I was just going to put him in the hole with his friends.
No, that seems to be...
I mean, if you let me go, I promise not to hurt anyone ever again, and I shall take up a life of wood chopping.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
You're funny.
I mean, yeah, but looks aren't everything.
Aw, I wasn't saying funny looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was kind of
that would be a
funny.
first then.
I mean,
I mean,
not one for senseless murder of asphyxiation by being buried alive. That seems a bit...
oh, I wasn't. I was not going to bury him. I was just going to put him in the hole with them, and then we were going to.
Oh god, is this going to be one of those situations where you put me in the hole, but only bury me up to my neck, and so you wait for ants to come in and eat my face?
It's one of those situations, as if that's a thing that people do often.
It is.
I mean, what do you do on the weekend?
Is that a situation that you have gotten into before?
Well, not that I've gotten into.
Not yet.
I've done that to a person, Avi.
Would you consider being the woodcutter then?
Totally. I love wood cutting.
Without the murder and the hunt?
Oh yeah. I mean, other than I suppose murdering trees, is that a thing?
Oh,
Well,
some
you could replant and murder more trees later.
Oh, so like sort of a cycle of a sustainable murder.
Correct.
I think it's important to clarify here. You can't mean leshies, because some
What's
trees...
a leshy?
Oh no.
Here, wait, you guys.
Endures in darkness.
No.
She's gonna wave his little
Y'all,
mushroom hand.
I got.
Oh god, is that thing alive?
Yes.
Yes.
I will solve this problem. Congratulations. You now work for someone called Froglegs in Nintambu. Go and help them out with their straight and narrow things.
I will absolutely do that if you let me go.
There we go.
Ophelia, do you think he's telling the truth?
No.
You can roll for it, bestie.
Now it's Froglegs' problem.
What am I rolling anyway?
Froglegs, who has now become the librarian of the prison library.
I mean, I guess I could do like a perception insight check. I don't have lie to me. But...
Sure.
I'm gonna guide that.
These guys even have.
Okay, that's a 28.
Mostly because he has absolutely no training in deception. You know that he is lying his ass off. He will probably murder the first person he comes across if you let him go and take all their stuff. And maybe skin them.
I've got this.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. I have an idea.
But he smiles so innocently at you.
You're super duper lying, and I'm not even all that good at picking out liars. What is your idea, Charlotte?
Oh, I mean, he's in a rough shape, obviously, and yes, I hate to be the kind of person who does this, but
That's why.
I think perhaps maybe it's just better for you. And I pat him on the shoulder while also slicing in an entire stab and needle of poison into his throat.
I'm just gonna say he just like, huh. I mean, to be fair, you guys, he literally he is wearing a religious symbol of the god of murder.
Yeah.
He's a bad person. He has
Yeah.
killed many people.
That's probably the most ethical way we could have handled that.
I mean,
I mean-
Considered.
I was gonna say at least you cut off his hands next, but I think that's probably better.
You are
This was
so much
quick
more terrifying. than
Y'all
you
are
think
taking
you are.
after me, and I'm so proud.
think
I
that's
feel
just-
dirty now.
quick
think that-
and painless and simple.
Endures in Darkness has like just silently started to drag him towards the hole. I mean, just from my experience, you don't want to leave bodies lying around. If they rot, they can cause disease. So you know it's best to put them in the ground or burn them.
Gama
Yeah.
did.
I mean, return it to the earth, as you always say.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it'll be a circle of life. Their rotting and decaying corpses will give birth to new life.
There was
Sustainable.
an expression I heard once from a druid who liked more arid areas. I think he said something, the earth will welcome you. I'm not sure if it was a threat.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Wump in the hole. In the hole.
Okay, well, let's go find this prison place. Sounds super bad, but
All right.
We have to
No.
save all those people.
we got people to save.
All right.
We
So
have folks to save.
it should be noted for chat, now that they have reached chapter 3 of this book, our party has ascended to level 10. They are halfway through the levels of this AP. Though I'm not sure how balanced it is necessarily. There might be a lot of stuff at level 20. I don't know.
It feels like only a month ago. Whew.
All right. And we are moving into chapter 3, Prison of the Vacant Eye.
Oh God.
You guys follow the directions given to you by the unrepentant murderer. And as you are traveling on, a storm kind of breaks out and rain lashes you guys. It kind of obscures your distant vision of sorts. You know, you can't see too far through the rain, but eventually a shape starts to loom out of the rain. And let's see, a craggy mask of rocks rises from the rain-soaked ground. It doesn't take much imagination to see that the rocks form the shape of an immense cyclops skull, with a large cave providing a broad, single eye above a triangular alcove of a nose. Torchlight glows feebly in the eye socket, and towering standing stones serve as the rocky skull's jagged bottom teeth. The swampy ground around the teeth yields to water, forming something of a moat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there any visuals?
Sorry?
Are there any visuals?
I'm not sure if I can. Hold on. There is a picture that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I can show this to people.
Is the handout?
Chapter 3, Prison of the Vacant Eye, there's a big picture right at the top of it. I'm not sure if you can show that to them, Will.
I can maybe find it. Give me a second. Song wins.
Because that sounds.
It is pretty cool, and it gives you a really good sense of the scale, too.
Hurricanes Howl, Chapter 3.
I'm drawing something.
Ooh.
Show the players. And
Ooh.
I will
That's
go to...
cool. Oh,
You're
yeah.
not far off, Sarah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're like spot on. That's cool.
So,
Little moat.
all right.
You know, if I didn't
Now-
know that was like actively a prison for people, I would say like absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting
I
vacation
would
spot.
wonder about the natural rock and the sedimentation process, and be fascinating.
Yeah, although I'd want to make sure we get a good sample because we wouldn't want to take it for granted.
Ha ha ha.
Where's the fan? Where's the fan?
Bonk?
Now,
Thank
you guys have a couple options here. The very obvious entrance to the prison, you can almost see it from the picture there, is kind of a long, winding, almost kind of raised roadway that leads up to the eye. Kind of an impractical entrance, honestly, because that leaves just so much room above. You could also kind of quietly and stealthily kind of walk around, inspect the mountainside, try and find if there's another entrance. It's up to you guys.
I would think one of the best courses of that we could have would be to try and find some way to over the moat in through the jagged teeths.
You do think that there appears to be very decent sized openings around the skull's massive teeth. You could slip through them. The water doesn't seem too deep, maybe 4 feet deep.
It's in the
And
water.
you guys are all like small and medium creatures, so it doesn't look like you'd have any problem squeezing through. I'm curious who they think a larger. Well, actually, one of Choco and Gama are large, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just
There
as
is
a
a
side
DC
note,
for them to squeeze then.
if we just like go to like a side area of it between Endures and Darkness and I, we can probably open a path through any wall.
But we could also just use invisibility sphere.
We could.
Well, let me ask you guys. Do you want to... All right, so you have 3 options at the moment. 1, go through the eye. 2, pass through the teeth. And 3, inspect around to see if you can find anything else.
I don't think it could hurt to just look around.
Yeah.
Fair.
Look
Yeah.
first.
So look around first. I would say if there were anything, we would be going the opposite look around of where the staircase starts. Because that seems like an obvious, let's put guards at the bottom of the stairs.
Also, I'm assuming that we healed up.
Yes. Everyone, return yourselves to full capabilities.
We did travel for a bit.
Cool.
Did we happen to fit in a long rest between?
Sure.
Okay.
This prison is going to be an entire chapter of the book, so I have no problem with you guys start. You could rest now.
Hmm.
I think we're good though. I think we're good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume. Who knows when you'll get to rest once you enter the place, though.
Very
Going.
good.
That's
Thank you.
kind of what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
Oh, that's kind of what I was thinking in reference to like
Oh.
you wanna make sure you rest before you get into this thing.
Yeah.
Right. Next chapter. Gotta start with full hit points.
Mhm.
All right. So you guys are taking some time after you've rested or whatever to inspect the mountainside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone feel free to give me a perception check. Avi and Agate got 30,
Ooh,
31. Charlotte got a 28. Igra got a 36. He
Match.
does well in wet climates.
A natural 20.
All right. So everyone except Ophelia. Sorry, Ophelia. You guys do find something a little interesting along the side of the mountain. I'm not going to specify who because you all rolled pretty high, but going along the side of the mountain, under some, you kind of push through some brush that seems to like cast a very a certain section of the side of a mountain in shadow and kind of obscures it from view. And as you're trying to get through this little bit of foliage, your hand is like on the side of the mountain because you're bracing yourself, and you feel something, and you're like, that's a weird kind of feeling for a rocky outcropping. You're like, it's like a line, and you trace it, and you realize it goes up and up because it's big size and stuff, but you realize this is like a square.
Is this
And-
a square?
Ooh, is this a square? And a couple of you try and push a little bit, and there's some give actually. It's a little resistant, and there's a tiny bit of grinding sound, but you've pushed the section of the side of the mountain in by like an inch, just by pushing a little hard.
Maybe if we
keep pushing.
combine together, we can get it open.
By
We
our
can do
powers
anything by working together.
together, we push together.
Plus 10 to athletics.
All right.
Do we need an athletics?
There is actually no check to find it. You guys have found a secret way into the prison.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel through the mountain.
All right. So I think I'm going to then move us to the first of the maps. And well, now don't put anyone on the map yet. Well, I have to put people in a very specific spot.
Yeah,
God.
I'm going to leave us there until.
All right. I think this is the map.
Right.
Oh, no, this is the upper level. I need the lower level. Okay. I need a little flag thing to throw it onto here. Okay. All right, and I need this open.
Secret tunnel through the mountain.
Okay, so this is going to go to C.
tunnel.
Where is C? Hold on a sec. Oh, okay. I know where it is. All right, so I'm going to grab you guys and place you on the map. You have found a secret tunnel. All right, where is the characters? Now, quick question though. Assuming you guys have to go single file through this tunnel, what is the marching order?
Gamgura,
Gamma?
Gamma, Igra, Gamgura.
All right. Poor Gamma is having to squish his way through.
I'll go next.
All right, so Gamma,
Yep.
and then I think Igra, and then Avi.
We'll put Avi and them in the middle, like Gamma just first, and I'll be in the
Okay.
rear. That's fine.
Avi. And then who wants to go after Avi?
Sure.
Ophelia?
Mhm.
Okay.
I will take up the rear after Endures in Darkness.
Okay, I was going to mention that. Well, I should make his icon small at some point, but and then we
I
put
can scoop them up
Charlotte.
if I need
Where
to.
is Charlotte?
Oh, hello. What are you guys?
All right.
Okay. Not again.
I think I really fit in there.
I don't want them.
All right. Okay, let's. So, just because you guys can potentially see down this hallway a little bit, I'm going to read the description for this area. Murky water, a foot or two deep, covers much of the floor in this, what seems to be a larger cavern you guys are leading to. A wall of stacked boulders blocks the passage south, perhaps pulled from a narrow rubble-strewn passage to the southwest. To the north, a freestanding wall extends from floor to ceiling. A metal cage extends out from this wall to form a pen bearing several enormous frogs and a pungent smell. Saddles and tack hang on hooks mounted on the outside of the cage. Just because you're in the front, Avi, by the looks of it, just the way this place is arranged, the equipment hanging around, you think this is like a little stable. This is a bunch of frog mounts. Horses would not be very practical in the sodden lands, Giant frogs, on the other hand, if trained well, could be very useful.
I think these are their pets. I
The
wonder
frogs,
if-
by the way, are sitting quite contently in their little pens, just like letting out the occasional. They
Those
seem
are
perfectly happy.
Kind of cute. It's
I
definitely.
wonder if we can just sneak past them.
Why don't we just give him a snack?
Yeah. Yeah, give them a little snack and maybe steal the saddles and the tack so that they can't ride them.
You guys want to proceed into the room?
Yeah.
You don't see anything else?
From this angle, no.
Right,
Are
well,
we
let
being
Gama.
stealthy about this?
Can Gama say
Yeah,
hi
we
to
can
them?
try to stealth.
I mean, we can see if Gama and them could chat.
Here's a question, though, Will. Is Gamma an actual frog, or is he a fey thing?
By the Eidolon rules, yes.
Okay. So he's just a frog cosplayer.
Yes, but also is a frog, but also is a frog cosplayer. Y'all, it's really weird. Just like how Agate is technically a cat, but she's not actually a cat.
Well, she's a dwemer cat.
Yeah, but
She winks and sticks out her tongue.
you know what I mean. Gama does speak Sylvan,
only say that
Druidic,
because I
Ripley, and Common. So
I only say that because I can imply quiet allies on us.
Yeah, let's try to stealth.
Just so we can get a lay of the land before we go guns blazing, as it were.
All right. Everyone feel free to give me a stealth check.
is anyone expert?
Oh, no.
Ah,
I guess I'll re-roll that one. Will I re-roll that one?
Ghost Town Society, thank you for the raid.
Hey,
Oh
Welcome
my
to the
goodness!
stream.
Hello, welcome
hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Hi,
We are
honey.
doing a reverse prison break, where people are trying to break into a prison.
No,
Well, in fairness, we are trying to break people out of prison.
That's fair. That's
It's
fair.
just that we are not currently some of those people in prison.
No. You are not trying to escape the prison. You are not prisoners. You are trying to... Actually, what prison spring, you call it, maybe? Or
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
look at that charming frog.
Litmus
Hoppity
for
hop.
hoppity hop, betty hop.
Yes.
So give me a clarification here. If I am using the quiet allies,
Yes.
we roll a single stealth check instead of rolling separately.
Ah.
Yes, so you can follow the experts. So someone has to be trained. Someone has to be an expert in stealth, I believe. Let me double check the rules for this.
Yeah, prerequisites.
479. This is not a rules interaction that we often use. So I am double checking.
No.
I am an expert in stealth.
479. Follow the expert. Choose an ally attempting a recurring skill check while exploring, such as climbing or performing a different exploration tactic that requires a skill check, like avoiding notice. The ally must be at least an expert in the skill and must be willing to provide assistance. When following the expert, you match their tactic or attempt a similar skill checks. Thanks to your ally's assistance, you add your level as proficiency bonus to the associated skill check, even if you're untrained. Additionally, you gain a circumstance bonus to your skill check based on your ally's proficiency. So, if they're expert, you get a +2, master +3, and legendary +4. In the case of follow the expert for quiet allies, you and those allies can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately. So we'd have to figure out
Who has the lowest modifier?
who has the lowest stealth modifier.
Mine is a 16.
So we got a 16 for Avi Avi,
Got a 17.
17 for Ophelia, which is funny. The bard is more stealthy.
I have an
3.
3 for Igra.
I have an 18.
All right, so I guess... Well, actually, hold on. Do you
3.
know the Mushroom Man?
Endures the darkness.
Oh, he's got a 16, actually.
Oh, so it is Igora.
Hi there. Dex is
Also,
eager
you know,
as dumb
I
stat.
I equate Endures in Darkness's stealth more not along the lines of him being sneaky, but if he stops moving for a certain amount of time, he just looks like a piece of scenery.
That's fair.
So, Charlotte, what's your training level in stealth?
I'm an expert.
Does anyone have anything higher than expert in stealth?
Probably not.
So
No?
you'd have a +2, but you also get to add plus your level, so you'll have a +15 to this total.
Yes. So I'm just going to roll a d20.
All right.
D20 plus 15. I'm going to use my hero point. Chat will provide 33.
Hey!
Yeah, there we go. I was hoping.
You guys managed, despite squeezing two large creatures through this narrow passage and with water on the floor, managed to be pretty darn stealthy. Not even the frogs notice you coming down the hall.
Nice.
So if you guys want, just to the extent that you can all fit in it, don't go much farther than that you can move into the larger room proper now.
Okay.
I would say that would be fair, yes.
Actually, we'll move
Maybe
Gamma
if Gamma
past
moved
me
a
one
little
more.
bit further north.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, there's like holes over here. Oh, is this where the teeth are?
Yes, you guys came in a side route that rather than going right through the teeth,
There we go. We all fit if we go like that.
which would have been impossible to stealth through without swimming underwater because you would have been tromping around in 4-foot tall water.
Gross.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of frogs here. They're big enough to ride for the most of you. Half the frogs seem to be kind of napping right now. The frogs just kind of, a few of them just kind of look up at you. Let out a few little curious croaks, but they seem to be used to people. They don't really seem to be alarmed by people coming in.
You said their
cute.
saddles and stuff was up on the wall.
Let me just double check.
Kind of
Saddles and tack hang on hooks mounted on the outside of the cage, so it looks like the saddles and stuff are very nearby.
I'm gonna steal them.
All right, you're going to steal at least 6 saddles.
I have a bag of holding, and I
Yes.
feel like a slippery frog is going to be a tough thing to ride if you do not have the proper accoutrement for that task.
Just on a personal level, I appreciate you not just like sundering the saddles or destroying them. I appreciate that.
I mean, if all goes super, super well, perhaps we can make use of them. But,
or sell them.
for now, yeah, or for now, the bag of holding, I think, is good enough.
All right. So, specifically, things you noticed that weren't just described in the little flavor text for the room, there seem to be a number of doors here. There's like 3 doors to what appear to be smaller rooms on your right. Directly behind you guys, there are some slightly bigger doors. They're all closed. And I'm just going to check what the thing said about the doors for the prison to the...
Just when you think you found them all, there's more doors.
Yeah.
This in a doorway, that in a doorway, everywhere. Dimension door. Underground door.
While
Give me a
Matt's
second
looking at
here.
that, for people who are new to the channel, hi, Tabletop Rolls. We do tabletop RPG streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Pathfinder 2e on Monday and Wednesdays. Tonight is the Strength of Thousands AP. It's an adventure path written and published by Paizo. Wednesday night, we have our headlining show, The League of Amazing Adventurers. It's our Pathfinder 2e homebrew game. It's a pulp adventure romp. They're planning to kill the god. And then on Fridays, we have the Astral Calling, a D&D Spelljammer game where our party has recently just escaped a planet they crash-landed on just in time for the sun in the system they are to go supernova.
Yep.
So, to clarify, just because this will be probably the case going forward for this entire place, the doors here are stone slabs 15 feet high and usually 10 feet wide unless it specifically shows otherwise. They look like the doors very good at blocking sound because they're thick and made of stone, but it does also look like they would be hard to move. I have no reason to really hide this, but you will need to be trained in athletics to push the door open as a single interact action. Otherwise, two people not trained in athletics can push it open as an interact option. Though I would like to point out that the idea of the whole interact action would only be really relevant if you're trying to do it in the middle of combat, and I wouldn't be opening multiple doors during combat. Just as a hint, they have specifically said, be careful in this chapter about bleeding encounters, because it can turn it into impossible encounters.
Bad.
So,
Not
Good to know.
overwhelming, I think, is the word they use.
I mean, I think we learned that last time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
I have learned my lesson.
Well, it's always just a good thing to keep in mind, like, crawl through dungeons. They don't call them dungeon sprints.
Yeah.
Fair
We've made
enough.
it. We are one of the few surviving Strength 1,000 things, and while I'm not going to pull my punches, I also don't want to kill you guys. So
I'm gonna blame chat for that. That with all their generous
Blame.
points.
No, we're gonna thank chat.
yeah,
for
we could have
that.
gone on to a different campaign by now, but no, you had to keep us alive.
Saving our butts at all times.
We love you,
Well,
chat.
Do
We
we
love you.
want to start this crawl with this door right here that we're already right in front of?
Yeah, let's
Or
go.
we could go over here.
Just out of curiosity, because the doors do require training in athletics to open, or two of us.
Well,
Who
one
is-
person needs to be trained in athletics.
Who is not here? Here is trained in athletics. If we'll just do a quick raise of hands.
Good for Igora.
Good job, Igora.
It's not Igora. It's Choco.
Oh, the bird.
See,
Of course.
and you wanted to let him die. And you wanted to let him die. We'd be screwed. We would have no way to get through this dungeon if
Well, no,
if you
because
had.
if Choco did die and I had a different companion, that one would also be trained in athletics, so it would.
But tell me how a bird, even a large bird, opens a 15-foot slab stone door.
With their big head.
Well, it's a
Kick it.
dragon. It's a dragon bird now.
They peck
Yeah.
Kick it.
kick it.
I
Wait, does
don't
that mean
know
if
about
it's a
y'all.
dragony bird?
Yeah.
Does that mean it's like de-evolving back closer to dinosaurs?
If you've ever
Ooh.
played the Banjo Kazooie games, it's like Kazooie's dragon form.
I didn't know Kazooie had a dragon form.
I don't. To get
Spoilers.
and if any of you have actually had a bird grip onto you with their little claws,
It hurts.
It hurts.
They got some grippers.
Ripper.
For the longest
Like
time,
you, a dinosaur.
for the longest time, my uncle had birds. Absolutely lovely birds, and like I remember one of them just gripping me. Also, Elder Worm Studio, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream.
Hello again.
You may have
Welcome to
picked
the
an
party.
auspicious time for reasons I'm not going to mention.
So,
We're
Choco-
gonna get in a fight.
So Choco could
Or
open the door.
not.
I hear.
Choco could open the door, if just by themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, Choco.
So if we were to do that, I would recommend Avi staying where you are, perhaps,
Yeah, I can do that.
and then Igor will get off and end up right there, and then Choco can go there. And this can be our kind of breach and clear formation.
Yeah.
Can I
That
switch
works
with
for me.
indoors?
Sure. He doesn't need to be line of sight other than to you guys, so.
Yeah.
You can stay back here with me.
No.
Maybe teehee.
In the
Why
other
not?
things range.
Alrighty. Matt. Choco birds open the door.
What's
All right.
behind door number
One.
one?
Bird open.
Um, I'm going to describe the room before I open sight to it. This modest chamber is scarcely large enough for the two stone slabs that are scarcely.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah.
You
Scarce.
saw my face though.
Actually, I wasn't. I was looking at the text. large enough for the two stone slabs that occupy it. One serves as an enormous bed, while the other provides a makeshift desk covered with large papers, rocks, rubbings, various writing implements, and so forth. The carvings on the walls here are badly eroded and hard to make out. And the reason why there is a desk in here, oh wait, I need to go to the dynamic lighting layer, is because sitting at that desk, oh no, that's not what I need. There we go. And now I think I need to be on the GM layer. This is really killing the tension. There we go.
Oh.
Mommy, sorry.
Oh,
No.
It's Halbrox.
Already? God damn, that was way too quick.
yeah, and you see a Cyclops sitting at this desk, poring over what appears to be various parchments and stuff, with a weird little thing kind of meandering around at her feet, seemingly like a pet or something.
Oh, I don't care for that one
I
bit.
don't like it.
She turns to look at you and just kind of hisses under her breath, despite the hiss being a very kind of throaty and deep kind of thing, because she is very big. Interlopers. And we are going to be rolling initiative.
We didn't mean
Actually,
to. I'm
we're
sorry.
lower speakers.
We're just here to get our kids and go.
Chat, we're
Get our
Get our-
kids and gold.
Good. We're just going to get the kids
We're
and go.
very unlucky in our encounters.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, 25 only for me.
I think you guys might feel a little different about this creature once you see its name.
Oh God, no. Oh wait, what?
Golkapole!
Go,
Golkapole!
Glum gloggleb.
It's
Also,
still
it is
a
now
weird skeleton thing. I don't.
made of mud and stuff.
I think it is adorable.
Oh, I
I'm
love
sure
him.
you do.
I
also-
wouldn't mind it so much if its intestines weren't falling out.
Give
That's
me
the
Hot
thing that
tip:
makes-
those aren't its intestines.
give me a plushie of
What
it
are
to
they,
squeeze.
Matthew?
I mean,
Right.
it's whoever's intestines it's made out of. It's got like a dinosaur skull for a head and a chicken arm.
grass on
That's,
it. It's got grass.
that's worse, actually. Thank
None
you.
of its parts belong to it.
I want a
Well,
plushie
great.
of it.
I need Endures in Darkness.
And Charlotte's.
Yeah, and me too. Sorry, I
Don't
was
forget.
writing notes. I'm being a good note taker.
Oh, God bless you.
God bless.
God bless you.
The bird blesses you.
Gesundheit.
Oh, nice
Hey!
20 from Charlotte.
All right, is that everyone? I think.
Yeah.
All right, descending. Oh yeah, Charlotte. So you hear this voice because you can't see what the heck's going on. You hear this voice go, "Interlopers," and a heavy hand thump on some sort of stone or something, and you are left to act based on this limited information and the expressions on your comrades.
I'm gonna craft.
Yeah.
Immediately, like
Grabs
needles
Ophelia
down
by the
into
cuff.
the
Ophelia,
marshmallow.
we need to
Okay.
cook.
I need to craft. I need to craft. I need to craft.
I mean, I
I'm
can
gonna spend all the reactions
bake. I bake. I don't cook.
That's an entirely different reference.
I see. Is it a blue reference?
No.
No.
All right, what do you got for your turn? What you're spending an action to craft, or
I'm gonna spend all 3 actions to craft because I can't really do nothing. So I'm going to use my reagents to get my supplies back up.
If you moved right here, Sarah, you might be able to see into the room,
Okay, I will.
which means you might have line of sight for throwing shit at it.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
I can see a sliver. I mean, I could throw and aim right here.
No, that's enough. It's still line
Yeah,
of sight.
actually, that's enough.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Either way, I'm still going to craft. So I'll use the 1 action to move over just so I can see into that little sliver of the room. Can't see anything, but I'm assuming there's something in there that we don't want to.
one of the frogs nuzzles its enclosure like it expects you to be feeding it.
Oh.
Why'd you say that? Now I'm gonna want to feed it.
This is gonna be the hardest encounter because we're taking turns not only to attack but also feed the frog.
Yes,
Yeah.
frog.
To be fair, they just ate. They're not they don't need to eat. It's like a cat, like, oh, feed me. You just ate 5 minutes ago, you
Feed me,
greedy little
feed me.
fuzzball.
Yeah. No, I'm going to take the time to craft for the next two actions to grab
Oh,
two crafts.
two crafting. All right.
Yep.
We move on then to Halbrook's Farsight. Um, now, this is always a thing. When something says it has radius of 10 feet.
Yeah.
20 foot across.
Okay, that's
Is
not
it
actually that.
a aura, Matt, or is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Okay. I can give you a 10-foot radius marker. I can draw one out for you if you want.
Actually, you know what? That is not going to be necessary. Because they are first going to spend two actions. Actually, not going to tell you what the spell is. They are going to clap their hands together, and a weird shimmering globe sort of like appears around them in about a 10-foot radius.
Oh, wait
globe.
a second.
Globe of invulnerability, I bet.
I think I know what that is.
And unfortunately, I don't think I have any single action spells. Oh,
Hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Cosmic Deity.
Aw.
Sarah, thank you.
Actually, they're just gonna use the remaining action to cast shield. All right, Avi, you're up.
Wait. I'd rather not waste a whole action on casting a spell that might not hit it because it's got some sort of fancy spell-a-bob. You know what I will do is I'll do... Igra, are you planning on swapping Gamma and Choco on your turn?
Yeah, that was going to be my plan.
Okay, that's
now,
what I thought.
Now, though, actually, I was planning on doing like a 3-action thing with Igara, so probably not this turn.
So for Needle of Vengeance, would you recommend Gamma or Choco?
Gamma will be the one who will end up in front of the door, but it won't be for at least another turn.
What if it was this turn, though?
Then I can't use my new fun spell that will be fun
Yeah.
and helpful.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I can use, like, a detect... I'll use Discern Secrets. That's a one action and see if I can't get some information about that spell.
Sure. Give me Discern Secrets and then our Arcana check.
Yes. 26?
Yeah, I think you'd be all right. Yeah, you kind of already guessed it. It is Globe of Invulnerability.
Gotcha.
You cast a roll of globe
Any
for
spell.
yourself that attempts to counteract any spell from outside the globe whose area or target enters into the globe. As the globe is a spell magic spell 1 level lower than its actual spell level, which is 4, so 3. If the counteract attempt succeeds, it prevents only a portion of the spell that would have entered the globe. So the spell also has target edges outside the globe, blah, blah, blah. So if you wanted to walk up too close to them and be inside the globe...
That's
Nah.
true. That's true.
Okay, well that changes.
So basically, it's a 10-foot burst. So it's just it goes like essentially to the door.
Yeah.
Right.
And anything that goes into that globe gets counteracted, possibly. So I can't even.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Well, we're kind of fucked then. Because I think that would include things like Magic Missile, right?
Yeah. Now, granted, counteract checks are a little bit difficult. So this is anything, more than anything, this is like a delay of game tactic, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, but still.
I can change my plan to send Gamma in there and stand in the door. That's fine.
No, I'll just put Needle of Vengeance up next round.
Okay.
And then this round... You know what? I just want to test that Globe of Invulnerability. We'll just do a little Electric Arc on her and her little friend.
All right, what's the level of Electric Arc?
Since it's a cantrip,
The highest level
does
spell
it count
you have.
as... So level 5.
All right, so when attempting a counteract check, add the relevant skill modifier or appropriate modifier to your check against the target's DC.
Make a
And
spell
I guess
attack.
that...
A spell attack roll against Avi's DC.
Okay, I will use... Oh boy, do they have any spell attacks?
And this is why countering and dispelling spells is annoying.
Oh, they rolled a nat 1.
Well,
Oh.
that'll do that.
All right, so reflex save for them.
Yeah. Oh, that is a critical failure.
Yeah, they... You know what? I'm gonna use a villain point.
Oh.
Still a critical failure, Matt.
Oh.
Amazing.
Well, they take... Bard Song is not up, so they take 28 electricity damage. And... Oh, you know what? I guess I can't see their gross little friend, so I guess I can't hit them.
I feel a little slighted by that, but sure.
They are a gross little creature. They've got intestines that aren't their own. That's pretty gross.
Kind of.
All right.
That's gonna be my turn, I think.
All right. Endures in Darkness is just going to start his AC thing. So he's going to spend an action to pump that out. So everyone within 5 feet of him for the moment gets +1 to their AC. Just because he doesn't want to rush in ahead of the tanks, he's just going to do that for his turn. There's no point in spending actions just for the sake of spending actions.
Just put my hand
Oh, wait.
on the mushroom.
He can pop guidance.
Is guidance 30 feet or is it touch? I forget.
30.
Guidance on Igara.
That works for me.
Who's next anyway?
Hey, Matt.
Yep.
They're in a room.
Yes.
Guess what Igara has now?
Wall of fire?
Wall of fire!
Oh. Hi? Are you
Fire
hugging?
chicken!
Are you hugging?
Flambe!
I don't know why you're so happy about that, Will. It does kind of shit damage.
It
But
does.
It's fun. It's fun.
Damn.
It does 4d6 damage, and it's a controlling thing.
So an average of 12 damage a turn.
Yes.
Where are you gonna put it? In the middle of the room?
Well, I'm going to basically make it so that
They can't come out.
it forces them.
I'm sorry to poo-poo on your fire, Will. I'm sorry.
No, it's
It's
fine.
still a cool thing.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll do it some more then.
Yes, do it, Matthew. I love it.
Fire is one of the most common resistances in the game.
It is
Firewall,
Soon-
yum!
soon to be electricity. But in all seriousness,
That's already electric.
Yes, go ahead.
a 10-foot radius ring of flame. So
Now, you are casting a spell from outside the globe, yes?
yes, so the globe will get to counteract it. So roll the
So I'm
counteract
gonna roll
check. Thank God you used the villain point before this.
Yeah. So I'm just going to roll, rather than press any of my spells, I'm just going to roll a spell attack roll. So it's a d20 plus their spell attack roll.
Yep. And that will do it.
What is your spell DC?
29.
To be fair, they have a pretty good spell attack roll. They are
Yeah.
primarily a caster.
Well, they have.
Oh, interesting. So is your...
They have absurd amount of spells, actually.
So I'm only an expert in my spellcasting, McKenna. Because summoners are just bad at everything.
I
But-
think I'm also still an expert in spellcasting,
Yeah.
but I guess I thought spell DC would be... No, I guess it is 10 plus your attack roll, so yeah, 29. Oh, that's
So-
not good.
Yeah, so that's my turn then. Well, that's one of my 4 spells a day.
Yeah, that means that on a 7 or higher, we're not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well then. I'm screwed.
That's
Well,
Well,
you don't do spells.
Next up is Golgopo.
Such a
Right.
good name.
Gogopo. Gogopo.
And it's just gonna say Golgopo and is gonna run straight up to Choco.
Yep. Excuse me.
Wait. Did the wall of fire get put out?
Yeah.
It got counteracted by the globe of invulnerability.
Oh, so then it just isn't placed.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And it's just gonna square up and Choco.
It's fine.
It's just gonna make 2 fist attacks.
It was like a 50% chance. Misses.
Why did I think it didn't have
31.
fists?
Hits. For 7 blood.
I mean, they're little weird chicken hand fists.
Okay, why does Choco's... Oh, God. It's so annoying.
That brings us to Ophelia. Charlotte, you'll be up next.
All right. So I am going to do something fun that I've been waiting a long time to get, and I had to put a lot of things into things that I didn't want in order to get this. We're gonna try and inspire heroes.
Oh. I love how everyone's at level 10 now, so they're cracking open the new stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. Literally, I had to take like a whole other muse in order to take this one. So,
Oh, wow.
But it's
so
worth
I
it.
am now 2 kinds of muses, and so I will be taking a performance check to the highest level target of the composition, which is technically us, right? So like
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a crit
Oh.
success.
That's a nat 20.
so that is a +3.
Let's go.
In this moment, Ophelia, what performance are you doing? What are you doing to inspire heroism?
Well, there's some pretty cute frogs right there, and we're kind of in some icky water, so we're doing some cute little frog hops.
Cute. Adorable.
Fun fact: the frogs are an emergency food source too.
That's terrible. We are
Oh.
freeing those frogs.
Which one's named Paimon?
None of them, but they all do have names from the Ars Getia,
Can I help?
Oh, kind of want to free them now, guys.
which is where all the demon
Uh-huh.
names from Genshin come from. Which is concerning.
Anyway.
I just imagine Ophelia is now doing the frog chorus from Legend of Zelda.
Aw.
Now that was a free action, but the performance check was an action then. Or was it?
No, that's for the
Yes,
for the
if your
Bartok.
next action is to cast an Inspire Courage or
Yeah.
Inspire Defense.
so
So,
that's action. And then so I really don't know what to do.
you don't necessarily have to do anything.
I know, but
Could try a cheeky little sound burst. It might not go off, but
what'll happen for frighten?
Is it a spell?
I mean, yeah.
Then it would be a counteract check.
Huh. It lasts 10 whole minutes.
last 10 whole minutes.
That's so long.
Yeah.
Well then fine, I'll just
I'd like to say like, oh, I picked up on your guys' strategy of opening doors and just chucking spells into a room, but I completely stumbled onto the fact that they have this. I did not prepare that.
Well, let's close the
I
door.
didn't write this AP.
Let's close the door, wait for 10 minutes, and come back.
I close the door. I can set up a trap while we're waiting, so that when
I'm
they try to
also-
open the door,
You guys just remind me of a very specific memory in freaking One Piece when a zombie comes out of the ground. Luffy just kind of stares
she
at it,
just shoves
then walks
the
over and
zombie back.
shoves it back into the ground, and then the zombie just jumps out like, "Why do you think that would work?"
What if we just close the door in her face?
Well, there's a thing standing in it right now, so
Well, yeah, so you would just squish it.
we gotta kill this first, at the least.
Easy peasy lemon
Is it even alive?
I mean,
You
to
guys
be
can't
fair,
tell.
if it's a 10-foot burst from her, is the door included in the globe of invulnerability, Matt?
It would be because you pick a corner of one of
Okay.
her squares.
Cool.
What do we define as alive, though? Like, what is living?
Well, then I
Fire?
guess I'll just.
Anyway, it's Ophelia's turn.
I never
Listen.
take this long for my turns. I'm so sorry.
That's
That's okay.
I'm at a
Throw
loss.
us a
I thought we
curveball.
were gonna talk to this lady. I even had her name down and all the things we learned
I
about
mean, she does
her.
look like a scholar, but you
It's
guys are
like,
weird strangers barging into her
she's
room,
cool.
so
I mean, we're just here to get our kids.
She also, I feel like, probably worships that weird, creepy death god.
And maybe also,
Well-
like, destroy
you don't know.
prison.
She is not. I should mention she is not dressed in anything that resembles anything the knights were wearing.
No, I feel
I mean,
bad.
Well, Zoe, it is your turn. If you wanted to say something, you could theoretically make some diplomacy checks, depending on how generous Matt is feeling.
I
Go
mean,
for it.
I feel like this is. Well,
You
I don't know
don't
about that little guy.
bombs in the room.
We've already attacked.
Eh,
Someone tried to throw a wall of fire down her throat.
That's so rude.
Will can't help but smile.
I like my
He's proud of
strategy of having my hit point sack sit in front of a door, not letting things come out while I fill a room with fire. I think that's a valid strategy.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna shoot
Just not
that.
terribly sporting, good chum.
up to you, Zoe.
I'm gonna shoot the weirdo here, and that'll be a 37.
I mean, that definitely hits.
We're
Let me check if it
adding
crits.
to this.
That actually crits poor Gulpo.
Right.
So that'll be
Gulpo.
16 piercing damage.
Plus 5. Plus
Oh.
3.
All right, so is it adding to the damage as well?
Yes.
All right, so that actually becomes 22 then.
Whoa.
Wait. Oh, it's a crit. So wait.
8, so 9, 10, 11. So yeah, it becomes 22 plus another 5 from the deadly d10. The deadly doesn't get doubled.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the deadly. So,
so
another 5.
27 in total.
All right.
Right.
So,
And-
the arrow flashes out and goes right through one of the eye sockets of its seeming head. But it doesn't react in a way that would indicate like you hit a brain or anything. It just reacts in a way that you have damaged it. It was a very good hit, but you get the impression this thing might be like a construct or like some sort of weird living idol, like something that was made.
That's
Seems
pretty.
to- It's like crafts come to life.
That's pretty gross. Well, I'm gonna throw a fear at them.
At Nurgerberger,
At all those in the area.
Alcohol.
that is a well. Where are you aiming at?
It's a 30-foot emanation, so it's from her.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to roll interact then, or counteract. 27. What is your spell DC?
28.
Ah, okay then. Weirdly enough, despite this guy having a lot of immunities, the little guy, fear is not one of them.
All right.
That's nice.
He
I think
is.
it's immune to every other sort of like
Oh,
psychological effect in a way, but not feared.
So both of them
Yeah.
are feared.
Uh,
one.
Charlotte, you're up. Then next, we're back to the Cyclops lady.
What do you think? Yeah. I think so too. I'm going to yeet a debilitating bomb in through the doorway.
Yeah.
That's not magic.
no,
That's
it's
not magic.
Not magic.
It's science.
That's military tactics.
Oh.
I mean, at what point does science become magic?
Not at this point.
I don't know, Starfinder.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So that'll be an effect added to a bomb once you throw it. So feel free to throw a bomb.
Will do.
As we said before the stream, make boom boom.
Gross.
Is that what we said before stream?
I don't
That
remember
is what we
that.
said
You weren't
before
here.
stream.
So
Yes.
that's
Um,
a 29 with Ophelia's.
Now, who are you?
superpowers.
Sorry, who are you aiming it at?
I'm aiming it right
Oh,
here.
because you're aiming at a space, not a person.
Yes, because I'm aiming it for a splash out.
Sarah, for debilitating bomb to work, you actually do have to hit them with the bomb.
After this. I did.
Yeah, you can't. So if you were aiming for the square, debilitating bomb wouldn't work. You need to
The
aim-
debilitating part of the bomb only works on the hit, not the
Yeah.
splash.
Fair.
You need to hit them with it.
Cool.
You just want to target the guy in the door?
Yes.
Well, that's a 29, effectively, Sarah. So target
That
who you
that
want.
will definitely hit the guy in the door.
Sure. Let's go with that then. I don't know. Don't
All right. What effect would you like to attempt to impose upon him? It. Dazzled, deafened, flat-footed, or a 5-foot status penalty to its speed.
I'm sure it's not going anywhere.
Generally speaking, flat-footed, I think that's like a -2 to its armor class.
Yep. Makes it that much easier to crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go flat-footed
Yeah.
if it's not resistant to that sort of chicanery.
It is not immune to flat-footed.
Good. And that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's not a common immunity.
No, but when they are immune to it, it fucking sucks.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the goal, I'm just gonna call him, is flat-footed for at least I think the next turn. Put a little
Yeah,
ninja thing
for
next to
one
them.
round.
Well,
And they take a lovely 8 persistent acid damage. I'm just gonna do that now.
Yeah.
Have to
Yes.
remember at the end of their turn to check. Well, they're out of the triple digits. And that was just one action. That was just one bomb. You want to do anything else?
action. Yeah.
His debilitating bomb is just a free action.
Correct. I'm going to throw another bomb.
Art Song doesn't add to persistence damage, does it?
No.
No, it has to be, I think, like a strike or
Ooh.
spell damage.
There we go.
Ooh.
I think that's you need to subtract 5 from that, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
41 minus 5.
41 minus 5 will be 36.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, I don't think the flat-footed works on the ranged attacks, so let me just check if this is still
they are
crit.
flat-footed. That hits.
Well, no, I just had to check. It doesn't matter, it's still crit anyway.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's going to be 12 persistent acid damage, which I will do just right now. And your trick with the life totals is working well, Will. Thank you.
You're welcome. It saved me so much fumbling around
All
in
right.
the league.
You have one action left, Sarah. You have chucked some very successful bomb throws. You got a good throwing arm. You'll have to join the magic ball team when you get back to the class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sports.
6 arms and all that shit.
I mean,
Kind of
I mean,
unfair.
you can join for fun, but once you catch the golden rat, it doesn't really matter anyway. The game is not balanced.
Not
Scampers
fair
around.
all the way around. I am going to do some additional crafting.
Okay.
I'll grab myself.
Chuck. Craft. All right, we move it to Hallibrook's Farsight, who was decided not to do a thing last turn because they were kind of worried about something, but now they see all this stuff chucking at them. They are probably going to do it this time if I can.
Gosh darn it.
Where did it happen to that spell?
Maybe there was a way to be nice.
They really don't have much in the way of damage spells.
Oh, before anybody gets a spell cast at them, I'm gonna give a thing to Igor. I will say that I gave it to him at the beginning of the day.
Oh, your satchel.
Oh, the root magic?
Yeah.
Did we skip your turn,
Root
Igora?
magic.
No, I just got my entire turn
Oh, yeah.
dispelled, Matthew.
Okay, sorry. All right. I found the thing I was looking for. They are going to kind of raise their hand in the air and then grasp down like with a weird grabbing motion, and they are going to bring a flame strike down on you guys.
Ew, hate that.
Um, let's
So 10
see.
foot radius.
I do
would
have to pick
need-
someone though. So
Yeah.
they are going to pick the back corner, so to speak, of
No, the frog.
A frog.
don't worry, this will not kill the frogs.
Oh, thank goodness.
It helps the fact that they are in water.
Yeah.
But also,
So does a 26 hit Choco?
It's not a to hit, Matthew. It's a
Oh,
save.
sorry, yeah. So that
So.
will be a reflex save for everyone within a 10-foot radius of the strike.
Yeah. So which square are you going on?
So of Choco?
The back corner of Choco,
Right
which
here.
I think will catch Gob Globe.
Yep.
If you're in water, does that give you a bonus?
No, but if you guys catch on fire, I would say, like, if that was a thing, I would say allow you to
Yes.
fall to the ground and put it out, but I don't think that's even a thing for the spell.
Oh God, I
So
rolled
it's
terrible.
It's going to get 3 frogs: Gamma, Choco, Avi, Mushroom, Ophelia, Igra, and Globgold.
Glob Goal
31.
Rob
failed.
Goal.
And
Oh.
we need.
But he seems to not take as much damage from fire as you'd think.
He did critically
That's
fail.
He critically
He did
failed.
critically failed, yes.
So
Weird.
that'll be 46 for 7, 48, 59, 50, 51, 52.
I can rebuild him. It wouldn't be the first time.
52 fire.
God.
Alright, so Igra first.
Poor
that's so
guy.
cool.
Fail.
Well, he has a +2 to it.
34 for Choco. Choco succeeds. And Gamma doesn't matter. We both could fail. I'm taking double damage no matter what.
I would argue that Gamma matters a lot to our party.
No, in
Gamma's
this,
the only one who can
sorry,
open doors.
in this case scenario, it doesn't matter because Igra already rolled a natural 1, and Gamma and I take the greater the amount of damage when we take AoE damage.
And it doesn't matter if Igora adds that to be 21, because that is technically over the critical failure threshold, but if it's a nat 1, it's a crit fail, right?
But also, yes, and also Gamma got a nat 1 too, so even if I did get up to over that threshold, Gamma getting the nat 1 would mean I take the lower one, because guess what, chat? Summoners are really underpowered in 2E. I would say, compared to the Witch, they got nerfed more.
It's not a competition.
I lied. One of the frogs died. I thought they had higher reflex saves.
Matthew!
You lied to us.
Don't worry, that was the bully of
That's
the
it.
litter.
I know what I'm doing my next turn. Forget all of you guys.
Get these frogs out of here.
Get these frogs out of here.
I'm still in the triple digits though, so.
I mean, to be fair, the frog isn't dead. The frog is taking death saving throws.
Okay, well, you removed him from the map as if he had been blasted away immediately. Put him
I mean-
back and let him make his death saving throws.
I love compassionate players. I do.
Oh,
We
Hold
enjoy
on.
the darkness. Save the frog.
Okay. I guess I can do that. And they are going to one action shield.
Yeah, that seems about right.
It's good action. One action. They also haven't gotten up from their desk yet. Avi,
sitting?
yeah, they've got
Well,
important work to do.
Okay, but like power move though.
She is
Yeah,
she is the
honestly.
biggest girl boss in here just by nature of the fact that she is the biggest.
Biggest. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. honestly.
Avi, you're up. You just heard a croak.
broke. Okay, let's get that Needle of Vengeance up on Gamma. And I'll do it against Big Girl over here. Let's see. I got a +3 to this, which would be really lovely if I had some sort of.
Now here's a question, Avi.
Yes, what is
Who
your
are you
question?
targeting with this? Who is targeted with this spell?
Well, because I think Lil Man over here is still technically in the globe,
Yes.
so it doesn't technically matter for that purpose.
Well, no, I just mean like Does the spell go on Gamma or does it go for the target, like
The
the
spell
enemy?
goes on Gamma.
It's on
Okay, then you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
All right, so Needle of Vengeance. What else you got?
What else do I got? Because I have that lovely, lovely +3, I think I'm gonna hit, Boogla over here. Oh, see, I don't know if he has an acid resistance. You know what? I'll try to hit Big Girl with an acid arrow.
All
That's
right.
gonna be a 34 to hit. If it isn't counteracted.
What's your spell DC?
29.
40.
Oh, fuck that. Well, never mind.
This is a
That's
cantrip
that,
fight
I
now.
guess.
This is
I
a
mean,
cantrip
yeah.
fight now.
That's my turn.
All right. Endures in Darkness. It's going to spend one action to pump out his AC field. Now everyone within 10 inches of him, or 2 squares, has +1 to their AC. Includes the frogs. And he's going to throw a level 1 2-action heal at the frog.
Yeah, we love
The level 1
frogs.
heals are kind of a waste on player characters, but it can bring a frog back to life.
Yes. It'll make all the difference to the
Back to
frog.
life.
That's a baby.
Hold on, 1d8 plus 8, I
Plus
guess.
8, so 15.
Yes, the frog is at 15.
A frog.
That's a baby.
Endures in Darkness does what you guys tell him to, despite tactical considerations, because he is your TA, so.
You take that big ugly X off that baby.
Yes, all right, fine.
Passive aggressive bubbling.
Yay!
I see multiple colors. Igra, your turn.
Okay, so Choco, because they're a older animal companion at this point, now gets a free action each turn that I don't have to combine them for. So Choco's going to move
Look at you
away.
bringing your own action economy to the...
I am. Then, for Gamma's first action / Igra's first action is going to be a movement to put Gamma in front of the door. Okay?
Okay.
Then, I'm going to use one action to cast a spell that has not been worth casting until now. Boost Eidolon. So now Gamma's going to get a +4 to their damage. Unfortunately, it does not stack with Ophelia's, so my damage will overwrite her, so it's a +4 instead of a +3, but I still get the +3 to hit.
You also have guidance, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But because of my bonuses, things don't stack. So I've done that. So that's 2 actions. And then my last action, Gamma, is going to Striking Belly Bump, doing radiant damage to the undead in front of him. Sorry, positive damage, not radiant, but, you know. So that is a 25, 26, 27.
You're doing positive damage?
Yeah, so that is a 25, 26, 27, 28.
28.
28 flat-footed, because they're still flat-footed from the bomb.
Plus Flatfoot.
Yeah, so 28 to hit the thing. Does
So
that hit?
basically 30.
It has no effect.
Oh, okay, well. Fuck me, I guess.
Is it immune to sonic damage?
Well,
No,
no, you
I
said
did
he
positive.
did radiant.
Positive.
Positive.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said radiant, like McKenna says I do sometimes.
I do the same thing. That's fine. It's versatile.
The energy seems to find no purchase on the thing.
Alright, that's fine.
Like there's no interaction between life energy.
That,
Yeah, you
that-
got no money.
That's 2 turns I've been completely useless on. Go ahead, Matt.
It ain't a lot.
Sorry, Will.
Stop trying things and just do things.
Well,
Stop.
actually, no. Hold on a sec.
Stop trying to be effective, Will.
That does surprise me.
You
that
know what?
It's, immune
It's
to
an
positive
undead
damage.
thing.
You know what? It's not undead. It's a
Oh.
construct.
Okay, then yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
immune.
Construct.
But actually, no. Here's the thing, though. It has a lot of listed immunities.
yeah.
Positive energy actually isn't in them. I've checked. Unless positive counts as
It's
necromancy.
positive is a necromancy.
Okay.
Yeah, so a positive won't affect it.
So yes.
No, it's fine.
Yes.
I'm lamenting my inability to be effective because I am
I
stupid.
never said it was undead.
It just looked undead. I was going off of the
Yeah.
Matthew. I was going off of
It's
that.
made of material. It's
I
made of
feel
material.
like it's a reasonable. I feel like it's a reasonable assumption to think that this is undead.
I once made
Well,
little,
you know what
I
they
once
say about
made,
assumptions.
Yes,
I
I've
once
made an
made
ass
little
of
craft
myself.
men out of fuzzy balls and the tails of shrimps.
Let's go.
Trim.
Shrimps.
Yes, don't do that. They dry out and get very sharp.
Like I said, I'm fully fine with this being the case. Just go.
That brings us to Golgolpo, who's just going to try an Aura Gamma. But I must say, Golgolpo is looking pretty banged up. He took a crit hit from that thing, even with his seeming resistance to some of the fire damage. It was a big hit.
Yeah.
First punch is a failure. Second punch is a failure. Oh.
There we go.
Now here's the thing. I don't think that's a crit with the dice roll. So it just becomes a normal hit.
No, that's a crit with the dice roll. Gamma's AC is only 27.
Oh, well, even with the +1. So yeah, that's just 34 then.
Yep.
And that is that for that. And just because I'm looking at the numbers here, we're gonna go. Ophelia, you're gonna get to your turn, and then we're gonna stop at Charlotte's because this fight's gonna drag on for a while,
Oh,
and it's
no.
already 11
Oh.
o'clock here. So
Yeah, I get
What
that. I
if
got
we-
the feeling.
Wait,
That
I mean,
was-
we started late, so what if we just went a little bit late?
I mean, we could go a little late.
Yeah,
I
let's
still
just
don't
do
think
A
we're gonna.
little late.
We'll do one
Oh,
more.
come on, Dad. Please.
Come on, Dad, one more
Just
story.
one
please,
more.
Mr.
All right, but I
Bye.
want
One
you.
more round. One more
But
round.
I want you guys to brush your teeth without any complaints tonight and
Yes,
floss.
Dad. Okay.
One more round. One more round. Also, he gets persistent acid damage.
Well, I
Oh,
rolled the
yeah.
persistent already. I'll roll his check though.
Thank you.
I already did the damage ahead of time because I knew I would forget it. And he fails that persistent check. He's still taking that damage.
Nice.
So we'll have to make sure we roll it on your turn.
Yep.
Ophelia, inspire courage. What else you got for us?
I'm gonna throw a spell over there. So make the save for the bubble. Stupid bubble.
Bubble.
39.
All right, that does nothing.
Oh. Yeah.
And Bard Song at least is still up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then we come to Charlotte. You're used to your what the 1d4 is. Oh, is that for the acid?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You threw a
Bummer.
moderate, right?
thing. Yeah, no, it was a moderate.
Yeah.
So it's
It's not that. It is 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
The other one is the. Okay,
Yeah, the other one's the d4.
I'll do it again. 2s6.
2 6s. Here we go. Oh, wow.
Not close. It's about an average roll, honestly.
Added a 5, which is fine. That's still some
Yep.
sneaky stuff.
Now what you gonna do for your turn?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yep.
Okay.
Throw some stuff.
Tell me something, Matt ODM. The pen surrounding these froggies.
Yes.
What kind of pen is it per se?
It's kind of soggy wood kind of stuff. It is not in any way, it looks like it has like proper locks or anything. They do not seem to be worried about people stealing these frogs, just physically keeping them in place with like a wooden latch.
So if I were to say, move here, and pull with all of my might to rip the
You could
wood-
totally open the pens. I'm going to say it is a single thing, like you don't have to individually open all of them. Admittedly, should warn you, opening the pens will not necessarily cause the frogs to run out. They are in a bit of confusion right now because one of them was seemingly killed and then brought back to life, and a couple of them
seemingly
got
killed, then
scorched.
came back to life.
And a couple of them got pretty badly scorched.
That's now the god frog.
He beat Jesus' respawn time.
By
3
like
days,
whole
that's
days.
chump change.
Yes. Well, I'm going to open the latches.
Pardon my blasphemy. All right, yeah. The frogs have a avenue to freedom if someone could coax them out of there. Maybe if you threw another fireball in there, you could frighten them out and hopefully not kill any of them.
Aww.
I would have to wait till my next turn to save them, or
I don't.
what
I
kind
mean,
of
you moved and you did an action. You have 1 action remaining. Do you want to intimidate the frogs to try and scare them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else for that one. I'm not an intimidating kind of person. I don't have intimidation.
I mean, it's not like the frogs necessarily have a high will save.
No, that is 100% true.
Babies.
They're just little babies. Yeah, let me roll intimidation.
Aww.
The frogs are more
You're-
confused than anything else.
You're
We're gonna
so
move on to
sweet.
Halbrooks's turn.
Yeah.
For once in the entirety of the life, a spider is not at all intimidating.
Halbrooks is actually going to sort of stand up from their desk at this point.
That's an action.
Not an action
Yes.
to stand.
From sitting, I guess, yeah. And they are going to snap their fingers, and suddenly they seem to be a little blurry, and there's a little crackle of lightning and stuff.
Blur.
I don't like that.
Not quite. This is more just how I picture this spell. And that ends their turn.
Oh, I said 3. Yeah. 2.
Avi Avi, it's your turn. Cyclops has stood up from the desk.
Is that okay? I guess that is 2 actions. Well, fuck. I guess if I'm gonna commit to being useless, I might as well commit to being useless. I think I'll just try a magic missile, see if that gets me anywhere.
Whom are you targeting?
Yeah, big girl, and yeah, just roll the counteract before I even bother rolling all of the dice.
31.
Yeah, never mind.
Technically.
At plus 22.
Out of my thing, and that's all I got.
Endures in darkness.
Matt,
Gonna
can
pump
you-
out his thing again.
Can you heal
Sorry?
me a bit with Endurse?
Sure. How much do you need healing?
On a scale of 1 to 156, I'm at 70, so a little bit under half.
All right. Well, he can toss one of the larger 2-action heals at you.
Thank you.
He is going to throw a 4th level heal. So that's going to be 48 plus 32. That is not a recognized command. But that is 54.
Thank you.
Ooh.
No problem. Igra, you are up, and then Golpo, who's looking a little haggard at this point from various things.
All right, so we're going to boost Idle on Gamma for 1 action. Choco's free action is going to have Choco come down to there. And then Gamma's going to striking belly bump with sonic damage the construct in front of him.
Ooh.
That's about right. Second attack. That's about right.
Oh my
Fucking-
god.
That's my turn.
What the heck?
That's it.
Chat,
That's
chat,
my
can
turn.
we get an emergency hero point for
Nope,
Will?
that's fine. That's me. That's it.
Oh no.
Wow. Oof.
Wow.
Will, remember my gotcha rolls with my commander on Sunday?
Yeah, I think your luck
Aw.
rubbed off on me, Matthew.
Oh no. Anyway, Golpo's just gonna keep trying to punch Gamma. 33.
Hits.
19 bludgeoning.
I take it.
21 or 20, nope. 20, no.
Misses.
1 needle.
Oh, yes, a needle.
No,
That's
not
a-
for this guy.
That's
That's
the big
on.
one.
That's on.
On the big lady.
Big lady.
All right, Ophelia, you are up.
All right, well, we got Bart song up. We're gonna. Don't know. It's so stupid.
Damaging cantrips. Just
I
damaging
know.
cantrips.
They're not going through.
Just don't
Roll.
Just don't waste resources on this. This is going to be a grind.
Can you roll the
Days? Sure. $38.
That's my turn. Bart song's still up.
Charlotte, your turn. Charlotte the frog farmer.
Frog farmer. I know.
Quick, get the frogs to stampede her.
I would also allow you to do a nature check if you have that to like a handle animal check.
Yes, please, because
All right.
I can actually have something in that
Okay.
for the most part.
Roll me a nature check. That is sufficient to convince the frogs to just run out of their pen.
I basically take one look at them. I point out through the teeth and go, "Flies!"
That certainly gets their attention, and Gama's head turns slightly.
Oh no!
Gama eats Fae, not flies.
Yeah, Fae flies.
But Igra, they could be Fae flies.
Eat after you manage to get a hit.
Another opportunity to move back behind
Okay.
Ophelia and go, and then go, whew, and chuck another bomb
All right, check a bomb with a little yeah.
right at the duty dude.
All right, give me a bomb chuck.
Bomb check.
Cha.
Bomb check upcoming.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not great.
Oh, lordy
What
May.
is going on?
Roll20 just hates us.
All right.
I think it's only fair.
But also, did he roll for persistence?
Not this round. So roll the 2d. Oh, I forgot the check. Yeah, thank you.
Roll a check.
Fail. So roll me that 2d6 again.
So that will help.
It will. This is a battle of inches.
2s6.
That's
Great.
that's the
Y'all,
not a,
just use the little dice thing on the side over
I love
here.
the
It's
little
so
dice
much
thing.
easier than
I like
typing it.
roll. I like writing it.
Also, by the way, if you have your Roll20 kind of chat thing up, like where you're rolling stuff, if you click in the area where you can type things and then press the up key on your keyboard, you can cycle through the last few things you've rolled.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's fun.
All right, what is Big Lady doing, Matthew?
Oh god, I'm terrified.
Now that she is blurred and
Not blurred.
invulnerable.
She's going to walk to here. She is going to
She's going to stride to there.
She's going to stride, or she's going to step.
Okay.
I think this is a touch attack now, so I can't do that.
Bad touch. No touch. Bad touch.
Bad touch.
She's going to look out at Gama and just say harm, and is going to cast a two action harm.
I'm taking my AO.
2 action level. Oh god, it's a 2 act.
Does a
All right.
32 hit her?
32 definitely hits.
Okay, so that would be, let me actually look at how long this spell lasts for. Is it till the end of my turn? Your eye only gets 1 round. So no, it's still up. So that'll be 10, 14 points of sonic damage.
Uh, 14 you say?
Yep.
Okay. All goes through seemingly.
Yep.
And she can
but-
make me a will save.
33.
Yeah. Well, she takes 5 mental damage.
Okay.
But it's a
All right.
2 action harm.
2 action and it's level 5 harm.
That's fine. 28.
So I believe that's essentially the 28 versus. Do I roll a spell attack for this?
Nope, it's a save.
Okay, against my spell
It's
DC?
against your spell
Yeah.
DC.
That succeeds then. So I think you'll take
Oh.
half this then?
Yep, and then let's just make sure that harm is the same as heal. Because
Heal?
I don't know if it is.
I think it is.
I'm
like
checking.
99% sure it is.
Well,
That's very sure.
I will take the person who plays Divine Casters and uses harm more regularly's opinion over mine on this one.
Yeah.
If the target is a living creature, you deal 1d8 negative damage to it, get a basic fortitude save. And this is level 5, so it'll be 5d8 plus 40, I think.
Specifically on the wording, the spell's a range of 30 feet. If you're healing an undead creature, increase the hit points restored by 8.
Yeah, I'm not healing an undead creature.
So it would just be the 5d8.
Yeah. Oh, not 5d8 plus 40.
No, because you're not healing an undead creature, right?
All right. 22 halved, 11 damage to Gamma. And then, using a 4th action,
That's good to know.
they're going to shield.
Haste. That's fine.
All right. I think we're going to do one more round, and we'll stop once we get to Hark's next round. So the whole party will now get another round.
Okay.
Oh, you can stop at the top of the turn order for me, because that makes more sense.
That
honestly.
makes sense.
It's an even round then.
Avia, you're up, and then Endures in Darkness is going to get probably another heal off on Gamma.
So we're sustaining needle, and then I want to try something, because technically I am casting this on a thing, not inside the circle, to be thrown into the circle.
Okay.
Telekinetic project. Well, the 26 with Bard Song is not going to hit, I don't think.
28?
But 28. Where are you getting 28?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Oh, is it still plus 3? I wasn't sure
Yeah.
how long that lasted.
Yes.
Oh, okay, then yes, 28. Would a 28 hit her?
Sadly, no. It's 2 off. She has a normal AC of 30.
Ah. Well,
Though, for the record, for the future, I personally would rule that telekinetic projectile would still work, because I would say all the magical force happens in the initial throw.
right, because you're targeting
Ah.
like
Yeah,
I don't know,
your
like
hand
the
is not on the
pitons
thing.
on-
Your magical hand is not on the thing as it's traveling. You're just chucking it magically.
Yeah.
Yeet. So this is gonna be the way
Yeah.
that we win. We're just gonna yeet things.
I'm just gonna yeet it. Well, maybe next time I won't roll a 6. But I'm glad we figured that out for next week.
Another 4th level heal at Gamma. 47.
Nice. Good.
And now everyone within 20 feet is getting +1 AC.
Okay.
It's a wonderful golden ring on the ground. Igora, it's your turn.
Okay, so Gamma is going to start off with not doing anything, because Igor is going to start off by doing my Boost Eidolon, because it's slightly better than the Zoe Bard song now. Then we're going to belly bump the bugger in front of us and roll a nat 1. Nope. So 28 to hit the...
28 will hit.
So that'll be 15 points of Sonic.
Oof. Hanging on by a thread.
And then second attack,
Oh, no.
27 to hit.
27 to hit, and that's more than you needed. It collapses into a pile of bits and bobs.
Good.
Oh.
That's one down. For the
Some intestines.
And then
Sure,
Chogo's
nasty
going to attempt to
friend.
demoralize the giant with their free action.
Ooh.
Intimidation. Ooh, so that is against their will.
Oh, wait, did I
DC.
roll? Wait, never mind. I clicked the wrong person. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Choco does not attempt to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Choco does nothing.
Choco
Okay.
does nothing.
Choco does nothing.
Yeah.
Right. All right, Ophelia, you are up.
All right, well, we're gonna keep Bard Song up, and I, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't,
There's some cutting words.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna try.
Would you like to invoke your once a session free DM suggestion?
Yeah.
Cantrips.
The clearest path to just straight up damage at this point seems to be Gamma. So if you can just additionally buff Gamma, that would probably be the most effective use of your time, because then it's not being risk of being counteracted.
Yeah. Man. But I don't really have.
Sadly, you can't guidance them too, because they got a guidance from Endures in Darkness early on in the fight.
I guess. I don't know if my AC boost would also stack on top of Endures AC boost.
What type of bonus is it? And what type of bonuses Endures?
Let me double check. Endures in Darkness's one is Protective Ward.
No, they don't stack.
They are both status bonuses.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that won't do anything.
Honestly, the chance that Daze can succeed is worth it, Zoe.
I'm just gonna throw it in there.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
36.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. I think that leads us back to the top of the initiative order, and that is probably where we'll end tonight, because this is just going to take a while.
Yes. Thank you, my
Yeah.
friends, for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP. Join us next week when we continue this meat grinder of an encounter.
But the frogs were saved.
The frogs were saved. And yeah. So, with that, check out our other shows on the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to give us a follow. Check out our YouTube channel if you want to get caught up on the Astral Calling, our D&D 5e game. All of the episodes are up and now have very cool thumbnails that only look good because I followed McKenna's advice for them.
Yeah, but you did the work well. You did the work. Don't take that credit away from yourself.
We are going to go and bug PJ because we can.
Yeah.
And because having an extra Benji for this probably would have made it slightly easier.
Aww.
That's
all so
actually
much
an
for
interesting
coming.
question.
And we'll
I mean,
see
he
you
had
all
spell attacks.
on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.